Okay. Alright, this video is for Criterion D, as in door, for grade 9 level. Alright, this paper, I really like this paper. Although I got a 7, could have easily gotten an 8. Stopped at a 7, first attempt. There is room for improvement. This paper belongs to Farah. Okay. First off, in an evaluation, you should either give the link to where your summary is found or show us the summary. In this case, the summary was done on paper. Oh, I don't know, I saying summary. Survey, sorry. The survey was done on paper, so it was actually shown. So if you're doing Survey Monkey or Google Docs or something, you have to give the link. So in this case, this paper is a little different. Right here, you can see the questions are given back. And see what my comment said. Comment said, survey shown, awesome. Image of the survey, also awesome. However, see, I said, where is the data? We're going to come back to that in a second. See, first she got a 5. It said no data was shown. Let's jump down before I even do this. What was I talking about? This data. So this data, it could come in strand 1 or 2. Most students put it in strand 1. So that's why I was asking, where's the data? All right. So when I saw that, I went back and I upped the grade to an 8. Data was given. Awesomeness. All right, strand 2. Here's where most people go wrong. The data that's actually below, Farah actually analyzed it before we got to the data. So when she asked what the question was, she actually broke it down and what it means. All right, so see how she said 90% agreed with the idea that she was doing was very clear. Don't just like give me the data and leave it there. All right, don't just give this and leave it. No. You have to analyze what that data actually means. So for her strand 2, feedback was critically analyzed as a perfect 8. All right. So all this, it's usually in most people's strand 1, so this would actually come before the analyzation. There's no right or wrong way to do this. All right. So if it comes before or after, it doesn't matter as long as you have it. That's the important part. So all this for all your questions is very important. If you do not have this, there is no way you're getting a 6. Okay? So don't even say I should have a 6. If you don't have the data, don't even look for a 6. You are at the 5 level. If you don't analyze it, you're dropping to a 4 level. If you don't have the data or the analyzation, you are at a 4. It's that simple, guys. All right. Let's jump down to strand 3 and 4. Remember, depending on what you have to improve and what your idea was for your comic, this section will be very different. Some people, their strand 3 was 3 pages. Some people, their strand 4 was 5 pages. All right, because they got so much feedback from their survey that it was just overwhelming. All right, maybe their comic was just that bad, or maybe their comic was just that good. Strand 3 and 4, like I tell you guys all the time, will be different for most people. Their improvements were justified. Right here, she started great with the justification, but then she drifted off to being too personal. So right here, see, several people did not realize that the target audience was Germans. After she justified that so well, she jumped down to saying, I also noticed that students received my comic, like the fact that it was highlighted the best things Create had to offer. Like, she went personal right there. It wasn't something that she tested. So that's why that fell to a 6. But overall, well done. Final strand, you drifted off, became too personal. Although it is your webcomic, you have to remain objective. So don't say you were your target audience. It doesn't matter. You have to remain objective when doing your evaluation. Let us jump to what the strands and the rubric will look like for your bridges. Am I on the right one? Yes, this is grade 9. All right, so remember, you have to generate the data. If you don't generate the data, you're not getting above a 5. You might scratch a 5, you probably won't get a 5. But if there's no data, it's not happening. No question about it. Measure the success. If you don't analyze what the data means, it's not happening. It's that simple. All right? And the success of your bridge is when you're asking people, what do you think will happen? So this is why you do your pre-survey. All right? So if you don't have a pre-survey, chances are you're going to miss out on a lot of this information because you're going to try and make it up after your bridge is broken. And guess what? It's super obvious when you make this information up. All right? So those of you that refuse to do your pre-survey, like H block, grade 9, yes, I'm calling you out. H block, grade 9, that refuse to do your pre-survey, I can already tell that you guys are going to be making up your information and it's going to be very bad. Okie dokie. Those of you that actually did it will be awesome. But those of you that complained all class long, you know yourselves. Remember, like I said, strand 3 and 4, depending on what happened with your bridge, depending on the design that you followed, depending on what you collected in your real surveys, not the ones you made up, your real surveys, this information will be different. All right? And remember the success of your bridge. So when you're breaking your bridge, we're going to weigh your bridge and then break it. The success is pretty much determined against the weight of your bridge as to how many pounds it held. So when we're breaking your bridge, that's what you're going to see, all right? The weight it held versus the mass of your bridge. Alrighty, so hope this helped. See you guys at school.